Hello, it's Danielle Fishel.
Ryder Strong.
And Will Friedle from Pod Meets World.
Does friendly have a taste? If it does, it's probably like Hello's peppermint-flavored anti-plaque and whitening toothpaste.
Brush away plaque, show tartar who's boss, and remove surface stains to naturally whiten.
Hello's thoughtful and flavor-forward products make brushing your teeth feel like a confetti-filled bathroom dance party.
So say hello to Hello with the always cruelty-free, never tested on animals toothpaste that's made to spread smiles.
Visit HelloProducts.com and let Hello add some everyday yay into your life.
Hello, podcast world. It is 10/24/2020, 4:50 p.m. and I am hitting y'all up today to talk about Nancy Pelosi and what she said and what I think is it's funny and it's the truth and I agree with it. It's a great something to stand on. And I heard them talking about earlier this week. It was children learning, parents earning. She's talking about, well, they're going through negotiations for the stimulus package and they're going back and forth. And at this point, they're talking about Trump doing a presidential executive order and just, getting us our money, basically. You know what I mean? So, but I really respected that statement. It really makes sense. I feel like it's something that we can hold on to the end of time. Like she said, parents earning, children learning. And I can get behind that, just 100%. But please don't let that statement be the only thing that you have to say that the people can agree with, because at the end of the day, we want you to show me the money. Like, seriously, we want to get paid. We're tired of being broke. Like, you don't understand. There's places out here, like some of them, let's say that you work at McDonald's or Taco Bell or whatever places that you might consider essential, and there just happens to be some sort of COVID outbreak. You know what happens to that place? They shut down for a couple of weeks. Like, it's ridiculous. Y'all can't sit up there and expect people to work and want jobs and to get out there and try to get a job or whatever, when every time you turn around, people are getting temporary layoffs, like the song say, and standing in the child line. Good times. That's what it seems like right now. It seems like that we are in the biggest recession ever, and it's been going on since the early 2000s, and it just seems to be like it's going on, and there's no end in sight. And right now, with this whole pandemic, like, boredom strikes, and when boredom strikes and poverty strikes and everything else, it's like after a while you're probably just gonna start seeing like mass suicides or something, because people are tired. They're really trying to hold on by a thread. It's like businesses are closing down, stores are closing down, because people are not. I feel like this whole, like, that's the point of the stimulus package, right? To put money into the economy. It's like you give, this proven fact that if you give the economy, or if you give people money, they're gonna spend it. It's gonna get spent. People are going to get out there and they're gonna buy things that they need for their household. I haven't found air spray, like Lysol spray or whatever. I haven't found that since the beginning of the pandemic. I'm like, man, how can I get some? Like, I would really like to spray my house down a little bit with some Lysol or whatever, some disinfectant spray. And it's hard as heck to find some rubbing alcohol, 91% proof, if you can find it. I'll be looking for it at Walmart, and I can only find the 70% proof every now and again in a little box. But Like I say, it is so hard, and it's affecting everything. It's affecting the mail system. Hey, it might even be affecting the weather. I don't know. One minute it's hot, one minute it's cold, or maybe it's just because I live in Texas. I haven't really figured it all out. But it seems like if children aren't in school safely, children learning, parents earning. You know, people can't even go to work because their kid is stuck at home doing virtual, and they gotta be every other day or so. They, at some point in time, they gotta be home. I mean, parents don't want to really see their kids. Hey, they want them, like I said, they want them in school learning. They want to know that they're able to participate in the normalcy that they're used to. Homecoming and homecoming parties and parades and, you know, dating and social life. They want that for their children. They need a break. You know, if you're a full-time parent or a single mom or single dad or single anybody doing this thing all by yourself, it's already stressful enough. So please, I mean, what do we got to do to make it happen? It's so, I feel a strong change because even myself, I'm a straight ticket Democratic voter, you know, no shame in it. But even myself, it's people that are like, oh, I'm not going to vote this year, or I'm voting against this person or that person because they act like they don't want to help us. They don't want us to get to the money. They don't want to, you know, they don't want to help us. That's just what it seems like. I mean, let's say that y'all's negotiations and y'all's talk, and we took y'all's money. You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys out there, you're senators and congressmen and house speakers and, you know, whatever. If you were in our position, if you were to go to your bank account and it'd be $0 in there, and you'd have to figure out what am I going to eat today, or how I'm going to get gas today, or anything of that nature, you know what I'm saying? Like, what am I going to do is what they're asking. Like, and then there's people that are getting evicted out of their homes because they can't afford it, because they're not able to work like they want to, or whatever the reason, you know? Like, and there's so many like factors in there that's keeping people from working or whatever. Because again, if your child or children are like in elementary, then, you know, it's not like they can be there at home by themselves. And even some of the older kids you wouldn't trust to be at home by themselves, burning your house down, trying to cook or something for themselves. It's just the world that we live in right now. Like, what are we going to do to get that stimulus pushed? And the slogan that you got going with the whole children learning and parents earning. I do like it, you know, but it just seems like a dream deferred. It just seems like, are we going to be able to make it there before the election? Like, now you're trying to argue if, and like I say, here it is. It's Saturday, October 24th, 2020. And here we are at the point of Trump is going to look like a hero if he comes in and swoops in with the executive order and people start getting his money. I mean, some people feel like it's all been a plot or a ploy to keep him in office. Because regardless, here's the thing, and here's the tricky thing that people understand. It doesn't matter what side you're on, red or blue, Democratic, Republican. It's all about the green. And if him being in office is going to make everyone in office financially sound, CEOs happy, you know, they don't care about the bottom line. They don't care about the little guys. They don't care about the us. They don't care about us, you know? Like Michael Jackson said, they don't really care about us. So him to swoop in, throw out this executive order, pass this order, get us his money right before the election. I mean, here it is. You got about a week left. If Monday morning he announces boom, this is what's going to happen. By the end of that week, people are expecting to get, let's say they're expecting to get their next unemployment check, and then it's supposed to be retroactive. So I can't say when the money will drop, but it's announced. It's out there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh, you can't really renege on this. It's out there. This is what you said you're going to do. It automatically pushes them to the point where people are going to vote for him. You know, people are going to vote for Superman over Lex Luthor any day of the week. Like, I need you to understand that okay, I say that people are going to vote for Superman over Lex Luthor any day of the week because he's out there, he's flying around saving people. But not everyone thinks Lex Luthor is a bad guy, because even in the comics or whatever, in the reality of the situation, and if you know anything about DC Comics, you know anything about Superman and Lex Luthor, who becomes president? Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor in the comics becomes president. I compare him to Donald Trump. And I'm not saying that again, I always say this. Lex Luthor is misunderstood. Lex Luthor wasn't really a bad guy. He just was against Superman. Like, Lex Luthor was connected with some pretty powerful people, and he was already grew up rich, you know. And if you watch Smallville, him and Clark were friends. So you got to understand that it was kind of Clark's fault that Lex Luthor came at him the way he did. I mean, wouldn't you? If you discovered that aliens living among us had the ability to fly around, be super strong, impervious to pretty much anything, and had laser eyes and stuff, you would be afraid of that. You know, like before he was the Man of Steel, and they were like, look, the bird playing Superman. Before he was Superman, you were afraid of him because you didn't understand that he was there to help you. But the narrative of the story could have been told any other way, and even Batman says, I hold it keeps contingencies to take Superman down just in case, kryptonite, just in case, you know, he has to. You have to understand, like, you never know when you might have to take the man down, the Man is still down, the guy that you're sitting there saying, oh, I want him, or I want him, or whatever. Like, I personally don't like either one of these guys. I don't know why. Just because. And here's my voting strategy. I'm just gonna be honest. I vote for the younger candidate that has the vision of the future, that asks questions like, "What are you going to do for our country?" You know, like, what you know? There are certain presidents out there. Pretty much most of them are all Democratic that I can think of on top of my head. But my favorite president, and this is hands down, during the time of some of the worst situations in the during our country's history or whatever, is Roosevelt. Like, Roosevelt, a guy in a wheelchair running the country, making these decisions, and he ran on the campaign slogan of a chicken in every pot. And when I learned this in college, in government, I was like, a president can say that right now, and I will vote for them. Like, you think about that. It's a time right now, we're all hungry, you know. We're ready to eat. We'll do whatever it takes, you know. And for somebody to come along and say, I promise you a chicken in every pot. I love chicken. Most people do. Most of us do. So if Donald Trump comes along and puts the chicken in the pot, what are you going to do? That's all I want to say. Don't forget to get out there and vote. It's coming up, November 3rd, I think. Is that the date? That's how unprepared I am for this. Yeah, November 3rd. Get out there and vote. Probably nothing, but at least you'll feel better about yourself when you do it. At least you know that they say that without voting, you have no voice. So don't let that be your choice to not vote. Thank y'all. Don't forget, students learning, parents earning. Hello, YouTube world. Welcome to my channel. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I drop hot content like this. And stay tuned for the next video.
Today is your lucky day. Today is the day that our $3 website works for you, paying you directly to your PayPal daily. Imagine $3 ongoing continuous payments to your PayPal account. Imagine falling asleep and waking up to $300 in your PayPal account. How would this make you feel? How could this help you? What bills could you pay? What kind of fun could you have? What does that retirement look like now? All for a one-time payment of $3. This website is DFY done for you, fully built and completely hosted, and never stops collecting payments for you. You have spent $3 on coffee on a regular, but that coffee won't help you create multiple streams of income. Click the link below.